My name is Denise, I'm 41 years old, and this is my first year doing my gray hair transition. Hello everyone! Welcome to my new channel and this that I hope is the first of many videos. This space would be my diary and the way I will be documenting my gray hair transition. As you can see, I decided for the most natural and slow way to grow my gray hair. But I can tell you that month by month, my hair is been transforming, and with it, me too. So if you're also on your gray hair transition or want to start it, then I hope these videos help you as an accompaniment, because there are many of us who are so tired of dyeing their hair and many others who have decided to ditch the dye. But first, let me tell you my story and why did I decide to go silver. I started to have gray hair since I was 20. And I remember when I saw my gray hair, I felt really ashamed. I didn't know another woman that would have silver hair at that age. And I did what the rest of any would do, which is to buy a box and start dyeing my hair. For 20 years, I did this and I never questioned it. But I remember the gap between dyeing my hair was getting really close between one another. And one of the last times I was doing my dye, which was kind of like a routine, part of my daily life. But I was angry because the time between one and another was not even the 15 days. And I was like, why am I doing this? And it's never going to end. So I just started to question myself all about it. Like, what am I trying to hide? What am I gaining with this? Yes, I love my dark hair, but what is the price of this? So all these questions were just jumping in my head, and I just said, I don't see myself doing this for another 20, 30 or 40 years. Don't even see myself doing this for another 5 years. Maybe I wasn't sure in that moment if I wanted to go gray, but I was so angry and I was just tired of doing this all the time. And all the chemicals I will put in my body, the allergies I will have in my scalp, which make them itchy. So it was just, all the combination was just bad. And also in society, why in the hell we applaud men and they will look mature and sugar daddy and handsome with gray hair, and why we are not allowed to do that? Why we lose value as a woman if we don't appear to look younger? And I don't even know if those thoughts comes from myself or comes from the outside. So I just thought this is not correct. And I wanted to know if there was another woman like me doing the gray hair transition, and I wanted to know how they would look, and I wanted to know everything about it. And I started to find amazing groups on Facebook. One of them was Going Gray Gracefully. And I started to join these groups and see the conversations they would have and see transitions, photos. And I was amazed because there were so many women from all ages, since even 20s, 30s, 40s, from all over the world doing these transitions. And they were posting photos and videos, those open conversations about it, and I was witnessing all of this. I was just behind of my screen. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do it, but I was really into it every day. I remember one day that I saw this tip that for me was my biggest start. It was just to dye one part of your hair and with that cover the rest. It's exactly the way I have it now, because I started to grow my gray hair in this part, and underneath I will cover it with the rest. That was the biggest tip I would recommend to anyone who is not even sure if they want to start. And I did this for several months, kind of like an experiment for myself to see how do I feel with it. Will I be able to keep on growing it? I wasn't even sure if I was strong to do it. I will admire all these women and see them like really brave. For me, they were rebels against the system. I will admire them so much, but I never thought I will start with myself. I knew that I didn't want to cut my hair as well. I knew it was not an option to bleach it because my hair is too dark, and to bleach it will damage my hair. I have done that in the past. I have bleached my hair and destroys your hair, and I was sure I didn't want to do that, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it just month by month. But when I did this tip and I started to see my gray hair, I thought maybe this can work. So I let it grow for about 2.5 months. And I remember that I took a photo and I said, okay, I'm going to post it on Facebook. I didn't even show that to my family. I never told anyone. I just wanted to know what would they feel. And I remember that I posted the picture saying like, okay guys, well, this is me. I'm not really sure about this. What do you think? This woman started to write me and saying, you will look amazing, you will rock this, ditch the dye. And they started to empower me and they started to support me and sending me all these messages. And I was like, what's this community? Because I have never belonged in something like this before. So it was the major breaking point for me when I decided, okay, I'm going to do this for real. Another really important thing for me was that I started to documenting this on Instagram. I opened up my account and it was for gray hair. And I started to follow all these amazing women that they were so beautiful. Some of them were models in the past, and now with the gray hair, they started to appear in the market as well. So they were doing commercials and magazines, and they were part of the fashion industry as well. And I started to follow them because for me, they were my inspiration. But I was saying like, these women are absolutely beautiful. They look gorgeous. And I think also it's kind of like a chip that changed in your mind and inside of you, that you start to see women with another filter. It's important. That's so important, because what we receive from society or what we receive from the market sometimes is just the ideal of beauty, but it's not the real beauty, because the real beauty is already in how we are. For me, these women were absolutely fantastic and gorgeous, and I never thought they will follow me back. And when they started to do it and they started to call me sister, silver sister, I was like, what's this? And I started to believe that. I started to believe I am part of something bigger than me. I saw that as such an important message for me and from others. So being part of this community felt right. And it's a daily thing as well to share with all of them the process, my process, and to see them with the full transitions. It's for me kind of like my daily life already. Instead of doing something I hate and it was never going to end, now to belong to something which is bigger than me. I love that and I really appreciate it. And also I think it was my time to also inspire another woman, because it's not easy. Sometimes you don't have good days with the gray hair. I think it's like everything. I don't have good days, but I have most the best days. I really enjoy my transition and I see myself with a different eyes, and I see myself with more patience, which it was something I really needed to develop, and with love and with compassion. I speak myself in a different way that I used to be. And I think in the past, I will always search for it. And I am finding that in this transition, in this process. So it's kind of like a real transformation from the inside to the outside. It's just an idea we have about the gray hair. And whether if it make us, it doesn't make me feel older. If it does, it doesn't matter. It's our choice. If it does makes me look older, it doesn't matter for me. I would prefer so much to be free from stereotypes, from a box, from chemicals, from whatever. I will prefer 1,000 times to do this than keep on dyeing my hair. So anyway, this is my growth. So far, it's been 12 centimeters maybe. My hair is growing a little bit faster, which I'm really happy about. And this is a result for me, what I call from patient self-love. I'm happy with it, and I can't wait to see all my hair growth, and it's gonna take me 1 or 2 years, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine. I don't even want to cut it, and I sometimes even miss the early days. So thank you for watching. It was lovely to tell you my story, and I hope I see you next week. I will try to share everything I can about gray hair, my tips, my thoughts, the products I'm using. So see you next week. And please don't forget to follow. Bye-bye.